you guys just a second, please. Just a moment. I hope you guys can hear me though. So if you're just joining, just move forward. All right. Let me share it to others. Hi, Excellency. How are you? I hope you guys can see clearly. And can you hear me as well? If you can hear me, please let me know. All right. So because of those that are joining, probably maybe watching this later on, just scroll forward or fast forward, okay, to see where we just start. So what to expect this retrograde, right? We're going to list all the key players in this retrograde, okay, by date, so we don't get confused. So, excuse me, I'm not feeling too good. That's why I decided to just come live and just do what I need to do. So, I'm starting to feel the effects of Mars and Uranus tomorrow. So, okay, good. Hi, Remy. Okay, so we're going to be listing the key players in what's happening, right? So, we have, let me split it in two. Or should I not? Let me just split the body in two. Okay, so on the 28th of June 2026, okay, now we have the daily vibration, okay, just like your birthday, the day that you were born. Let's say you were born on the 12th of April, okay, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 is your birthday vibration. All right. So your life path is adding all the dates together, right? So let's say April 12th, 2026. So that would be 3 plus 4, 7 plus 1. That is 8, right? So that means you're a life path 8, right? So that life path is your purpose, okay? Is the number or the frequency ruling your purpose, okay, until the end of your life. But as an 8, you go through your original vibration, which is your birthday. So your birthday vibration rules your everyday life. Okay, in order for you to live out your purpose, you must live it out through your birthday vibration. So if you are a 12, that's 1 to 3, that means you're living it out through the vibration of communication, joyful expression, in order to get to your life path, which is an 8. So the date that Mars is joining Uranus is the 28th. So 2 plus 8, the daily vibration, I'll just put it as DV, okay, daily vibration is 28. 2 plus 8 is 10, okay, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. So the daily vibration is 1, okay, and then the life path, all right, 2 plus 8, 10, 1. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 2026. 2026 is 10, which is 1. So 7 plus 1 is literally 8. So the frequency that is going to rule Mars and Uranus together until September 17 or 18 is the frequency of 8. Okay. But it's going to achieve this through the frequency of daily frequency of 1. Now, in numerology, 1 means new cycles, new beginnings. Now, when I was fresh into numerology, I will see something like new beginning and immediately I'll start to be happy, right? Please like the live, please support. Thank you. I'll immediately start to be happy. I'll be like, oh wow, new beginnings, new beginnings. But then lately, I've now started to ask my some questions like new beginnings in what? What new beginning? What is the new cycle all about? Do you understand? So 1 represents new cycles and 8 represents karmic consequences. Karmic consequences. Okay? Now, when people hear about karma, they automatically think something bad. Karma literally just means you reap what you sow. So if you've been a good person, you've been sowing good deeds, you're going to reap it. And if you've been a bad person, you've been sowing bad things, you're going to reap it as well. That is what karma is all about. So it is neutral. It can either be good or it can either be bad. So the whole purpose of Mars joining Uranus tomorrow, I hope you guys can see my board, in Gemini, they are here to bring karmic consequences through the establishing of new cycles. And what did I say about Uranus? Uranus is what? The planet of disruption, planet of innovation, the planet of bringing something what? New. He introduces new technology, new ways of doing things. Okay? And Mars rides on the coattail of Uranus by also introducing new weapons, new way of dominating, okay, new ways of taking action. So they are bringing karmic consequences by establishing new cycles or new ways of doing stuff. So what we're about to step into tomorrow, we're stepping into a new era that is going to literally change the world. So let's break it down. We're still getting to Mercury retrograde, okay? But okay, let's just stop here for now. Now, then on the 29th of June, that is when Mercury goes retrograde and the full moon in Capricorn occurs as well. So daily vibration 2 plus 9, that is 11. And in numerology, you do not add 11 together. It is a master number representing what? Awakening. So we have daily vibration of what? 11, awakening, plus life path. 2 plus 9, 11. 11 plus 6, 17. 17 plus 1 is what? 18. So 1 plus 8 is what? 9. 9 in numerology represents what? Endings. So we had the daily vibration of awakening, meaning that this Mercury retrograde is going to open your eyes. It's going to open your eyes. It's going to awaken you to things that you were oblivious to before. So 1 represents what? Awakening. And 9 represents what? Completion. It could be completion of cycles. It could be universal consciousness, anyone. So I'm going to put completion plus global consciousness. Because 9 is a global number. So that is what is happening. That is the energy that the Mercury. Let me know if you guys can see me. Can you guys see me now? My network went off for a bit. Can anyone see me? Okay, good. All right, thank you. Okay, so Mercury is going retrograde in Cancer, right? And another event is happening on that day, which is the full moon also in Capricorn. Now, what most astrologers forget is the fact that the moon rules Cancer, but the moon changes sign every 2.5 days. The moon is currently in Sagittarius before it's going to shift into Capricorn. So even though Mercury is going retrograde in Cancer, it is going retrograde right now in a Sagittarius Cancer. And then on June 29th, it's going to go retrograde in a Capricornic Cancer. And then in the next 2.5 days, it's going to go retrograde in an Aquarius Cancer. So whatever sign you are, hand will touch you. Do you understand me? The moon changes sign. I mean, you all remembered what happened when during the Virgo moon, everybody woke up and they started cleaning. They started mopping. They started doing their chores without not knowing that you are not the only one doing this. Everybody all around the world is also cleaning and mopping and doing the same thing at the same time. That was the Virgo moon. So Mercury is going retrograde in a sign, a mutable sign that can carry the aura of any other sign. So every aspect, this Cancer, this home, this whatever, is touching every aspect of your life. Now let's come back to Mars, Uranus in Gemini. Let's break it down. Now, Mars, okay, Mars rules Aries, and traditionally, it also rules Scorpio. Many people don't know this. It's the traditional ruler of what? Scorpio. That is why they are usually both intense. And so it is the planet that rules what? Action. All right. Impulse. Intensity. What else? Warfare. And Scorpio people, if you offend them, they know they forgive. Scorpio people do not forgive. Even if you offend them, they do not forgive. Hi, Famivi. So then we have I hope you guys can see my board clearly. Warfare. Mars also rules the military. It rules the occult because, hello, Scorpio, or forbidden. Let's say that. It rules what else again? Aggression. Okay? Aggression. So this is what Mars as a planet rules. Exactly. So, and then we have Uranus. Uranus, I hope you guys can see. Sorry if it gets blurry for a bit. Uranus, okay. Uranus, he rules Aquarius. Uranus was not discovered until later on. So he only rules Aquarius. And what does he rule? He rules innovation, okay. All those light bulb, TV, how things evolved over time, technology, okay, the first phones, the whole this thing, that is Uranus in Gemini's jurisdiction, okay. That's Uranus jurisdiction. Whatever sign it's in, it brings new development in that area, okay. So if Uranus was in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, we're gonna see new weapons, okay, new weapons, new types of battle stuff. If it is in Taurus, that is where we'll see new types of real estate, new types of houses, new food, new food menu, new types of cooking. Okay, Taurus is all about comfort. It's also all about how to make money. Okay, because it's ruled by Venus. Okay, so Uranus is going to bring in new ways to make money. Okay, new finance systems, new types of love. Okay, so even love making. Then we have Gemini. Gemini rules communication, rules anything that has to do with media. So new types of social media, new types of ways in which we communicate. That is how Uranus works. Bring new technology, new ways of doing things. All right. After Gemini is what? Cancer. Cancer is also family. Okay, it's home. It's the motherland. Is health. It's anything that makes you feel safe. So we can also have innovations in those areas. Then after Cancer is what? Leo, radiance, the sun, how to shine. Okay, being in your authenticity. Okay, it's just like that throughout different signs. Whatever sign it's in, it brings new things. So, but in order for new things to happen, it needs to disrupt the old. Okay, so that's where the disruption comes in, and disruption is also another word for chaos. All right. If something does not spoil, you will not feel obliged to use the new thing. Okay. If some serious situation does not occur, you will not find any need to use your phone or to go and get a new phone. Okay. That's why some things spoil. All right. To ginger you to go and get that new stuff. So it rules disruption. What else does it rule? Let's not forget that Uranus also rules technology. Technologia. Okay. So it brings new technology in every aspect of thing. All right. So that's Uranus's jurisdiction. And then they are now both in Gemini, who, by the way, is ruled by Mercury. Okay. I hope you guys can see. Sorry. And Gemini, like I told you guys, I told you that Gemini, any zodiac sign that you see, should not be seen as a personality trait. Okay. Stop saying, oh, I'm a Sagittarius. You are a Sagittarian. Sagittarius, Pisces, whatever zodiac sign is a process. It is an art of becoming. It is an alchemic state. Okay. So Gemini is the process of duality. And what do I mean by duality? Gemini too, right? Duality, meaning communication between two or more entities. Okay. Communication between one and the other. So it can be one entity and the other. It can be me and you guys. Okay. As far as I'm on the other side, I am one person. Whoever I'm talking to on the other side is grouped into one entity. So between one and the other, what you say versus what you mean, versus what you mean. Okay. And this is where the real misunderstanding can start to occur. Because let's say you're meeting me or I'm seeing you and I'm like, wow, you look so pretty. What? Maybe you look extra pretty today. And I'm like, wow, you look so pretty today. Because the whole Mercury is in the fog of Cancer, you could misunderstand me and be like, okay, so are you saying that I've always been ugly? Are you saying that I'm not beautiful today? Is that what you're trying to say? Do you understand? This is how people start to misunderstand. This is how misunderstandings will start to occur online. Okay? Because now we have Mars in Gemini. Mars, action, okay? Impulse, impulsive communication, intense communication, weaponized communication, or weaponized information. Do you understand? weaponized information. Okay? The military using communication to achieve what they want. And who rules the military? The government. The occult, or people that are hidden, that we don't know about, okay, but they are staying in the hidden whatever to control the narrative. They're going to use media. Okay? Mercury also rules media. They're going to use media, entertainment, TV, news outlet. Okay? You also rules news. Anything that has to do with information, that has to do with what controls your mind, is also on that. I'm listening it now from the point of Mercury. Okay? The art of also receiving information. This is news. The education system, they have the ability to influence your mind. Church, religion, they have the ability to influence your mind. So any of these things can be weaponized. Any of these things can carry the aura of aggression, because this guy is entering this territory tomorrow. Do you understand? Now, then we have Uranus also in here, bringing innovation, a new way of communicating. All right? But it's also bringing disruption. So it's going to bring disruption in the way we communicate, in the way we relate to each other. So this is where the misunderstanding can come up, and then add mass to it with the impulsivity and the intensity and the taking action without thinking things through. Then it gives you people who will come online to say something that they will never be able to take back. It's going to give you people who will lash out. Okay? Because Mercury going retrograde in Cancer means that there is no more logic. Logic has flown out of the window. People are going to be very emotional because it's in Cancer. People are going to be very emotional, and they're going to speak out of emotion. So a situation where a leader, or a situation where somebody that is supposed to be in the government says something that they are not supposed to say, it can cause war. Let's not forget that Gemini also rules AI. We get our information from AI too. So Uranus can also bring a new way of doing things through AI. But how? It could bring a new AI weapon, or AI could be used to create cyber warfare. I hope you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, please let me know. Send an emoji. Like innovation in how to use innovation, meaning a new way of doing things. So it could be in education, it could be disruption in religion, where people no longer believe in what they believe in anymore. Do you understand? And then the whole thing shifts. This is how this planet control every single one of us, control the world. Okay? So technology could also be AI, a new way of using AI. So expect, and it's also the planet of sudden things, sudden unexpected events. So we are still going to get back to what to expect. I'm just breaking it down for you. Now let's talk about Mercury going retrograde in Cancer. I'm not going to talk about how this thing is going to affect any specific sign, because like I said, the moon keeps changing signs every 2.5 days. So right now, the moon is currently in Sagittarius. We are all feeling Sagittarian right now. We all want to expand. We want to do something. Like today now, I suddenly got the urge to create an account on Twitter. I never really wanted to do that. You understand? But I just felt the urge. I had to go and look up the date. Like if I create on today's date, what kind of energy will my account carry? And I saw that, oh, okay, it's a good date to open a new Twitter account. That's why I went to open it. So Sagittarius means expansion. So you may have felt the need to do something that you have not done before, or do something in a different way, or seek knowledge. That is the Sagittarian energy in Cancer. But look, it came in through your gut feeling. It came in through your what? Feeling. And that's what we're about to break down. So forget about your sign, your zodiac sign right now, and pay attention to the overall ways, because you are not just one sign. I keep telling you that you're not just one sign. I am you can be a Sagittarius sun and a Gemini rising. Okay, you can be a Taurus moon. Then all your houses from 1 to 12 all has all the signs complete. So if you are focusing on air, I am a Libra, so how is this one going to affect me? Then what about the rest of your houses? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I have clients that have Gemini in their second house, which is their house of money. So if I tell you that, okay, because you are a Gemini sun, this is how it's going to affect you, and then you start having problems with your money, you'll be like, oh, but you did not tell me this one now. So asking me to tell you, oh, how is this going to affect each sign, is just redundant. It's absolutely redundant, because you have each of every sign in your houses. We're still going to talk about houses later on. So I'm going to break down Cancer in different houses, what it could possibly happen. So you have every single one in everybody's chart. You always have it from A to Z, Aries to all the way to Pisces in your houses. So, and these houses have specific functions. So it can happen anywhere, it can hit you anywhere. Is it your sixth house, which rules your daily life and routines? Or is it your eighth house that rules shared resources and shared money, how people give you money? Or is it your ninth house, which rules your philosophy, your schooling, your travel? Or is it your seventh house that rules your marriage? Do you know what sign is there? Stop focusing on your sun sign. It's redundant. So we have Mercury retrograde in Cancer and then the full moon in Capricorn. Mercury, like we said, everything that I've said here is what is also Mercury. But you also need to understand that Mercury, please, I really hope you guys can see this though. Mercury rules not only Gemini, but it's also the traditional ruler of Virgo. Mercury is also the traditional ruler of what? Virgo. So then we have Cancer. Sorry. We have Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. Do you understand now? So now what does the moon rule? Okay. What does the moon, what's the jurisdiction of the moon? Now, through Cancer, like I said, zodiac signs are processes, right? So Cancer is like the process of, or the art of feeling safe, of emotional safety. That's what the moon rules. So we have emotional safety. What makes you feel safe emotionally? All right. Is also the house of the process of being intuitive. What your gut tells you. Is also the process of being in touch with the feminine aspect of yourself. Okay. Is also the process of womanhood. Okay. Womanhood or motherhood. Do you understand? You see that womanhood is a continuous thing, is an active word or active verb. Motherhood is also an active verb, right? It also rules the inner child. Okay, the art of being in touch with your inner child. Cancer also rules the home. Let's not forget that too. Like I said, emotional safety, but also the home in the literal sense as well, meaning house. It could be home as family or your literal house. It's also under emotional safety, but let's just put that there. Okay. so on and so forth. If I remember more, I'm going to add it. So now we have these two guys, these two brothers, bringing their wahala into the way we communicate and into the way we process information. But then the ruler of this aspect, so let me just explain it to you in a way that will make sense. You know that if we list all these zodiac signs, Aries comes first, followed by what? Taurus, followed by what? Gemini, followed by what? Cancer. Meaning that Gemini and Cancer, they are neighbors. So whatever happens in Gemini is going to definitely affect Cancer because they are very close to each other. There are star constellations in the sky. They are already fixed. Do you understand? They're already fixed in the sky. So when these things are moving, they are not only in Mercury's office, okay? They are also going to affect Cancer as well. So it's like, let's say Mercury now having everybody's information, okay, from everything from the beginning of time till now. Mercury has all your information, right? It has everything on you. He was at home working with Uranus, okay, trying to bring up new communication technology, new ways for us to, media, new stuff in education and religion. There was no chaos then. So all of a sudden, the moon called Mercury and was like, guy, I need you. Okay, I need you to come and audit my company. I need you to come and investigate some things in my company. You know how they do auditing in companies, right? If you know, please also put it in the comment. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Do you understand? So moon calls on Mercury and was like, please, I need your help. So Mercury leaves Uranus in his house, which is Gemini, and it's like, I'll be right back. I need to go and help Moon do something. So he left Uranus in his house and then went to Moon's company, which is Cancer, to help Moon audit everything that has to do with the inside, the auditing and the whole thing. Okay. But this nigga now called Mars and be like, guy, guess what? Mercury just left me alone at home. Oh. Like, I'm in charge of everybody's secret right now. And Mars is like, you don't say, like, for real? And it's like, yeah. Like, for instance, right now, I'm seeing this girl. She's sneaking out of her father's house. She's going to one party like that. She just posted on Snapchat. Should I expose her? I feel like exposing her. And Mars is like, wait, I'm coming. Don't have fun without me. Do you understand? I'm trying to paint a story for you guys. So Mars is coming to come and join, is coming to join Uranus to come and create chaos in communication. Now, not only does Mercury know all your business, these two niggas also know your business. Okay? They are seeing everything you're doing on social media. They know everything about you. And if they feel like it, they can expose you if they want to. Okay? If they don't like you, they can decide to dim your social media or lock you out of your account. These two niggas, okay, they're like all these guys that just like to create trouble for no reason. Okay, and that's the simplest way that I can explain it for you. Do you understand? So Mercury left this nigga at home, but this one went to go and call this one to join him, and now they are both in Gemini, while this man is already in Moon's house doing auditing. Okay, but because he also rules this place, so whatever emotional stuff that we are dealing with, these two are also going to be there. If you understand, let me know. Put it in the comments as well. So now we have the whole picture, right? But don't forget, we also have Capricorn as well. All right. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of delay, the planet of restriction. Okay. Not that because it's bad, but because Saturn requires that anything that you want to achieve in this life, you must work for it, you must earn it. So wherever you see Saturn in your chart, is telling you that wherever Saturn is, or whatever it is that you want to achieve in that place, you must earn it. So wherever you see Capricorn, Capricorn is the process. Let me write that. Capricorn is the process of utilizing time to build and reap the reward. Or build something that stands the test of time. In other words, structure. So that's Capricorn for you, okay? That is the process of utilizing time to build and reap the reward, or build something that stands the test of time, which is structure. And then it's taking charge of the moon on the day that Mercury is going to go retrograde. And let's not forget that on that same day, the power of awakening, people will start to awaken to certain things that they have missed out on. Okay. And then it's also bringing the power of endings and global consciousness. So everybody around the world, okay, they stand the opportunity to finally close a cycle. You know, I explained that retrograde means to reverse, to take a step back, rewind, recheck, okay, revisit, reopen, rest. That is what retrograde means. So we have our mind revisiting old issues in the past, old issues that have to do with our emotional safety, old issues that have to do with our gut feeling, that have to do with our feminine side, old issues on a global scale that has to do with womanhood, that has to do with motherhood, that has to do with your inner child, your home, your house, your family, etc. Okay, that is why exes will be back. All right, but not just, I should slow down. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay, I'll slow down. So that's why exes are coming back, right? But not just your exes. If you're the type that's cut off your family, expect them to come back. If you're the type that has divorced your this thing, expect them to come back, or something about them to come back. Okay? Mercury going retrograde right now is giving you a chance to heal and close any cycle that is still remaining. Yes, to slow down. So Mercury going retrograde in Cancer is giving you a chance to fix whatever shit you're still dealing with, so that by the time these two beasts are released, you're not going to find yourself where you don't want. Okay, because whatever it is that they're going to do is going to escalate real fast. You know, I warned you that Mars in Gemini means weaponized misinformation, weaponized communication. If you have not taken time to heal or go through your feelings, that's why you're feeling pulled back to rest. You're feeling pulled back. Maybe your work is not going well. Your finances is not going well. They want you to focus on the emotional aspect of you, the inner aspect of you. So that whatever it is that happens, you will not find yourself lashing out. You will not find yourself doing something you will regret for the next 8 years. You will not find yourself using your own hand to destroy everything that you have built. Okay? New stuff. Okay? So if Gemini is in your seventh house or partnerships, okay, it could mean new business partners or even a new love. But if you have not fixed your bullshit in this place, you're still holding on to that ex. Okay, you have not fixed your wounds around love. By the time the new nigga comes in, the Mars in you is going to make you use your own mouth to chase them away. Let's say Gemini is in your second house, your house of self-worth, your house of money, okay, your house of what you value. But somewhere around here, like I said, Capricorn is not just the only sign. After Capricorn is Aquarius. After Aquarius is Pisces, like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay, every aspect of you is going to be touched starting from the 29th, and you'll be given an awakening vibe so that you will know what it is that you need to heal. Okay, the questions that you need to ask, the things you need to finally bury. Okay, so it could mean people coming to confront you, or people finally showing up in order for the hatchet to be buried, or for you to finally decide, okay, no, I am done with this person for life. Okay, I no longer am in love with this ex. I no longer want to come back to this job. Okay, I was doing this job because I wanted to provide. It wasn't because I was happy. I married this person because I was under pressure to marry. It wasn't because I was truly in love with them. I I I I was resentful of my parents because they did not give me the training that they wanted to give me. Okay, but now I am healed. I've fixed that right now, but it doesn't mean I want them back in my life. Every aspect of your life will be touched in Cancer, so that by the time these two beasts are let loose, you're going to be grounded. So while other people are dealing with lashing out, dealing with going back to an old cycle, you are going to elevate. You are going to move forward because you have cleared your bullshit. All right. So right now, anything that has to do with your home physically, maybe you see a crack somewhere, or your roof is leaking, just one, or something minor, do not overlook it. Immediately go and fix it. All right. If it's family members that show up, maybe family members that you have cut off, or family members that have been treating you one way, you have not been saying anything, but you know it's not fair. You, Mercury, communication, is going to give you the power to open your mouth and talk. To open your mouth and decide that, okay, no, enough is enough. Setting boundaries. Okay. Womenhood, motherhood in general, they are also going to start to speak out. Recently, I saw that Afghanistan women are taking to the streets. They are protesting now. So women will start to speak out all over the world. Cancer also rules the motherland. I'm even talking about us on a personal level. This is not even us on a global level, but maybe I'll see if I can just put everything together, right? So motherhood, motherland, okay? People within that land will start to protest. They'll start to speak up about the things that are threatening their emotional safety. What also makes you feel safe? Having money. So meaning that your money too, your issues around money needs to be faced. So on a personal level, it can happen in so many ways. But I hope you guys understand what this is all about, right? Okay, because I'm about to cleanse the board so that we can talk about different houses. So like I said, Mars and Uranus in Gemini is bringing karmic consequences, okay, in the form of new cycles, new beginnings. But guess what? This one, completion of cycles. The full moon too represents what? The completion of cycle. But guess what? It's in Capricorn at 8 degrees. I forgot to write that. At 8 degrees. You see that these things are very intelligent beings. Why is it 8 degrees? And we have 8 here. Why is it 8 degrees? So why is it that this one represents new cycles and new beginnings, and this one represents endings? Do you understand? Why is it that in Cancer is about our wounds, and then it brings awakening? So you will know, you will see what it is that you need to fix. And then the full moon in Capricorn also means accountability. That is what is starting this cycle. Being accountable, knowing what is your fault and what is somebody else's fault, and finally putting things to rest so that you can move forward. Like for instance, now there is this friend of mine, we were discussing something, and she said, based on what I've taught her or what I've said so far, she understands that she has been undercharging. Okay, she has been undercharging in her services, and that's why she's experiencing delays. She's not seeing anybody, she's not seeing any customer, because they want her to fix her prices. Do you understand? So that is why you're being forced to rest, because if you are busy, you understand, if you're busy, you're not going to understand or notice the things that you need to heal. You understand? So that is what is happening, right? So now let's talk about Cancer through all the houses, right? So we have first house. Okay, I'll just put first age. Now, when it comes to first house, everybody has this, okay? First to 12 houses, everybody has it. But the thing is that the signs can be in different, how will I say it? Different arrangements. So for some people, it could be Leo, that'll be their first. That's why they say rising. Rising is your ascendant. Rising is your first house, the things that people see, okay, and it's actually more important than your sun sign. So first house is your house of identity, okay, self, okay, ego. Do you understand? Ego, appearance. All right, the first house rules your appearance. That's why Taurus risings are usually very pretty. Leo risings, Libra risings, very pretty people. Okay, exactly. So it's going to show up like certain questions. You start to question. That is what the awakening is for. To question you, for you to ask yourself, why am I like this? Why am I doing this? Okay, this ex is back. Do I really want to go back to this ex? He treated me like trash. What kind of person will I be if I go back to this ex? Okay, my former boss called me back. What kind of person do I still want that job? Did that job really make me happy? Or was I doing it because I wanted to survive? But does it really fulfill me? You will find yourself asking all these questions. My old family member just reached out. Do I still want a relationship with them? Do I still miss them? Yes, I do still miss them. But the way they treated me, if I go back, it's going to be an insult to myself. Am I willing to disrespect myself for a relationship? Do you understand me? Okay. So your first house rules your appearance as well. Okay. Pisces people are usually round around the body. They are always usually thick and big and fat. Not, I won't say fat in a fat shaming way, but they're just robust. Okay. Pisces people are usually robust. So first house usually rules your appearance as well. Your public image. Okay. Your public image. Thank you, use love. So you guys, if you resonate as well, let me just know in the comments, okay? Let me know that you guys are resonating as well. So then we have the second house, okay? Second house rules your what you value, okay? So it rules what you value, your self-worth, okay? And most importantly, it rules your money, okay? It rules your resources, okay? So that's what second house is, all right? It carries Taurus energy, all right? It rules what makes you feel safe as well. It rules beauty, how you attract love into your life as well, okay? Then, and what you attract. Let me just put that attraction. Now we have your third house. Third house rules communication, okay? How you express yourself. We have self. So if you have your natal chart, you just look at which sign is there, what it does, okay? So it rules your self-expression, short trips, it rules communication with siblings, okay? It rules communication with siblings, communication, writing, okay? That's Gemini energy, okay? That's third house. Anything communication, anything fun, all right? Sorry, don't mind my writing. My writing is chaotic right now. So that's third house, right? Then we have fourth house, okay? Fourth house rules your fourth house rules your home. This is too low. Okay, so fourth house rules your home, foundation, ancestry. Is carrying Cancer energy. Ancestry, inner world, emotional stability. Are you noticing something? Identity, self, ego, appearance, public image. That's Aries energy. Value, self-worth, money, resources, beauty, attraction. That's Taurus energy. Self-expression, siblings, communication. That's Gemini energy. Home, foundation, ancestry, inner world, emotional stability. That is what? Cancer energy. So from 1 to 12, the way those zodiac signs are arranged, that is the energy that also these houses have. The only difference is that there could be different houses here. You could have Pisces here, and then have Gemini here, and have Leo here, and have Virgo here, okay? Depending on whichever one starts here, okay? Let me do a quick one for you. So we have Aries, Taurus, okay, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. After Cancer is what? After Cancer is what? Scorpio. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are the energies that rule the 12 houses in your chart. So let's say I'm a Leo rising. If Leo should be the one to start this one, that means second will automatically be what? Virgo. The third will automatically be what? Libra. The fourth will automatically be what? Scorpio. That's what it happens. That's how it happens. If it was Capricorn that was in my first house, my house of identity is going to count all the way back. So this will be my second house, Aquarius. Pisces will now be in my third house. Aries, fourth house. Taurus, fifth house. Like that, till I get to Sagittarius, who will now be my 12th house. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So if Pisces is in my first house, that means Aries is in my second house, Taurus third house, Gemini 4, Cancer all the way. Do you understand now? So that is how it works in astrology. Okay? So whichever rising you are determines what the rest that will fill the rest of your houses. Okay? So that's that for that. So fourth house, then we have fifth house. Fifth house rules joyful expression, okay? It rules radiance, joyful expression, flirting, play, play, courage, okay, confidence. That is what fifth house rules. All right. Then we have sixth house. Sixth house rules what? Sixth house rules your routine. Okay. That's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. You know, Virgo people are always those prem people. Perfectionist them. Sorry to any Virgo here. Oh. So routine, daily life, okay, structure, all right. That's six energy. Then we have seventh house. Okay, it rules partnerships. That's Libra energy. Partnerships. It could be business, it could be whatever, marriage. Okay. Now why Libra people they always cheat? I know they always do one place. I'm so sorry. That's what I'm explaining for maybe. You can say that I'm already explaining that. So partnerships, marriage, anything, contracts, okay, that has to do with joining one and another person together. That's seventh house. Then we have eighth house. Eighth house is Sagittarius energy. Wait, what? Scorpio energy, sorry. It rules shared money. Okay. It also rules it rules the hidden, right? Yeah. It rules hidden, it rules occult knowledge, it rules inheritance. Okay. Other people's money, etc. Okay. Then we have ninth house, which is Sagittarius energy. It rules travel. It rules philosophy, higher education, school, okay, higher knowledge. Teaching is very, very stressful. Oh, Jesus, these teachers are really trying. I'm about to give up, y'all. Yeah, so higher knowledge, etc. Right? Then we have 10th house. That is Capricorn energy. Sagittarius, after Sagittarius is Capricorn. So 10th house rules your career, public image, reputation. Okay. 11th, that's Aquarius energy. It rules friends. Thank you, use love. It rules your friends, your followers online. Okay, it rules audience. It rules social network. Okay. And then we finally have the 12th house, which is Pisces. It rules the subconscious. That's why they're always so spiritual, because they are in hidden energy. It rules the spirit, the spiritual. Okay. It rules something hidden. It rules everything, emotional, subconscious, emotional wounds. So these are all the houses. Jesus. So now let's talk about Cancer in all these houses. I'm going to talk about it on a personal scale, and then I'm going to talk about it on a global scale, on what you can expect. Then I'll just round it up with what we can expect globally, right? Okay, so on a personal scale, Mercury going retrograde, our mind, okay, the way we process information, going retrograde in Cancer in the first house. That means this is your identity. Okay, you know, we said Cancer has to do with what? The home, your foundation, your ancestry, your inner world. Okay, so any emotional wounds that has to do with your identity, yourself, your ego, your appearance, okay, your public image, how you present yourself to the world or how the world sees you. If Gemini is in this place or Cancer is in this place, you got to fix that. Now, here's the difference. If Gemini is here, that means Mars and Uranus are the ones dominating this area. So expect disruptions in how you look. You might radically wake up and want to change your appearance. You might radically wake up and decide to be a different person, to reinvent yourself. Okay? But you also need to watch out for Mars because it can make you very egotistic. It can make you very arrogant because it has to do with the self and the ego. It can make you talk anyhow. All right? But if it is Cancer that is in your first house, then it means that any wound that has to do with these things here, maybe you have low self-esteem, okay, you don't like the way you look, you got to heal that shit. Because eventually when Mercury stops, these two niggas are gonna still come here, okay, these two guys are still gonna take over. All right, Mercury is the one ruling this one and it's going retrograde here. So how you perceive yourself or how you think people perceive you, you need to heal the wounds around that. But if it's only Gemini you have here, then you might feel the need to reinvent yourself. This also applies to Aries people. So whatever this thing, zodiac sign that you have, start to pay attention. So this also applies to Aries people as well. If you're an Aries, you might suddenly start to feel the need to reinvent yourself, to do things drastically, to be a new person, not overnight. Okay, if you're a Gemini, these two can apply to you as well. If you're an Aquarius, these two can apply to you as well. Now, moving on, second house. If you have Gemini in your second house, it means that you are super, super confident right now. Okay, you feel your self-worth. But like I said, for just that 28, that tomorrow, you can feel good, you can feel on top of the world. But once Mercury goes retrograde, everything starts to dim. Okay, the focus will now be turned inward instead of outward. So Cancer here, you will not even see, nobody will see you because you need to start working on your inner self. Okay, so we have value, self-worth, money, resources. You have Cancer in your 11th house of friends, audience, and that means you need to heal some wounds around that. So value, self-worth, money, resources. If it's Cancer that is here, any wounds that you have around your self-worth, you undercharge or you overspend or you don't think you're pretty enough or this thing, you have to heal that. Okay, what value do you bring? What do you think you are worth in your workplace, in your family, in your marriage, in your whatever, your business? Fix the wounds around this shit before these two niggas take over. Okay, and if it's Gemini that you already have, like I said, all these things just apply. Okay, so moving on to third house, we have self-expression, siblings, communication, right? So Mercury going retrograde in Cancer here, if you have Cancer here, or if you are a Gemini as a person, a Gemini, this one too applies to Taurus people. So if you're a Gemini as well, your issues or your wounds around opening your mouth to talk will be revisited. Okay, so family or your issues with siblings can come up. All right, so issues with siblings can come up. Maybe siblings that you're not talking to, they might start to come up out of the woodwork, or they might start to overreact. Okay, because we have these two guys in the background. So it's a situation where somebody can come to you and start to be aggressive, disruptive, and you need to finally stand your ground. This can happen in any of these areas as well. Okay, disruption and impulse in this energy. And then we have Cancer in this energy. So it's coming from family. It's coming from anything that has to do with your emotional safety. It's coming from how you express yourself. Okay, so if you have it in this area, this is where your own problem will be coming from. This is where you'll be shaking up. All right, communication also rules your phone, your gadgets, your electronics. Okay, if it has already been faulty, You need to start to fix it. Pay attention to it. And it could also mean on a global scale, it could mean transformers blowing, it could mean network going off, it could mean social media acting like as if it's on crack. Okay, it could mean the algorithm malfunctioning. It could mean AI, because it also rules information. It could mean AI acting mad. It could mean videos going viral, or it could mean somebody's nudes getting leaked. It could also mean somebody's secret revealing. So you on a personal level, you could open your mouth to talk, or something will be revealed to you that will shock you. You know, Uranus is also shock. Okay, so you're gonna be getting awakening. Okay, karmic concept. Let's not forget. Let's not forget this one. So please, let's not forget. All right, we have the energy of karmic consequences in the form of new cycles, and then completion of cycles also with the energy of awakening. So all of a sudden, you might start to just feel like, I'm a fine girl, I'm a fine boy. Why am I always putting myself down? Or maybe somebody around you has been putting you down for so long, and you're like, it's like this person is jealous of me, or this person is sabotaging me. I don't want to have anything to do with this person at all. Do you understand? That everybody can relate to everything I'm saying, because you will always have all of these signs in all your houses. It just depends on where Gemini or Cancer is. That's why. And then let's not forget that Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. Uranus rules Aquarius. Okay? Aries plus Scorpio, Aquarius. Okay? Then we have Gemini. And then we have the moon here. And we have Saturn here. So Aries and Scorpio, as well as Aquarius people, as well as Gemini people, as well as Cancer people, and their sister signs, the ones opposite them, they will feel it. So almost everybody will feel it round. Almost everybody will feel it round. So awakening, let's not forget this. Karmic consequences will come in this area. Awakening will come in this area. Completion of a cycle will come in this area. New cycles will come in this area, depending on the severity of the case. So you can find yourself with a new identity. You have closed the cycle of looking down on yourself or thinking you're not good looking enough. Okay? Deciding that you are better, knowing your identity. I mean, now myself, I have Cancer in my 12th house, right? So it has been affecting me a lot lately. So, but now I have a new identity, because I have I'm actually a Leo rising, actually, not a Gemini rising. So, but you understand, I now know what I want to do. Do you understand? I now know what I want to do. I know where the aspect of astrology that I want to be in. So this will happen for you. Then, like I said, in this area, awakening, you just only see that I've been underpricing myself. I've not been showing up well. I've not been speaking up. I've not been fighting for my promotion at that place. I've not been expressing my self-worth to my family. An awakening will just suddenly arise that will make you to close a cycle in a way that you've been doing things before that is not right, so that new beginnings can come. If you don't do it, you're going to get karmic consequences. Do you understand? Thank you, Otobong. Then, like I said, self-expression. An awakening will open in this area where your eyes will be open to the way things are happening. So you can come in the form of communication, phone. But because these ones are already in Gemini, everything is going to come in the form of communication. Everything is going to come in the form of what? Communication. You will hear something somewhere. You will see a post somewhere. It can be somebody that will make a post that will just resonate with you. Do you get me? Someone will make a post. You just listen to it and be like, and this person is right. Oh, I've been doing this in this way. That's it. Or it could be that somebody will reveal something to you and send you a post and be like, have you seen this person? Did you hear about this? Do you get? So anything can happen in that aspect that will trigger an awakening, help you close a cycle so that you can start a new one. If you don't do the work, you're going to get karmic consequences. Or whatever it is that you do, if you close the cycle, you start a new one, you're going to get the reward. Okay? So now let's move on to, this is also the area of going viral. This also is also the area of that's actually 11. It's actually 11, not this one. All right, so number 4, home, foundation, ancestry, inner world. On a global level, the world is currently in the 4th house, okay? It's carrying 4 energy. So ancestry, on a global level, we can expect hidden things or things that we have been overlooked in the country to come forward, okay? And these two are going to make it very intense. So people are going to start talking about it. Like example now, the Olodo Rising is an underground issue that nobody is talking about. But now that somebody came forward and said something, everybody is now choking mouth. Hey, I said this thing. I was feeling this thing, this and that. Why didn't you say it before? Thank you so much, Love. Why did you not say it before? You are now waiting for YC to talk before you now say, yeah, me too. Olodo Rising, this and that. You understand? So hidden issues that we've been ignoring, that we're not talking about, it will start to come up. Like I said, Gemini rules social media. Gemini rules forms of communication, duality between two people, one and another. Okay, people are going to interact, even though it's millions. Like Love now is replying me. Love is replying to me and him. That is Gemini energy. Me and Autobong, that is Gemini energy. If Autobong decides to reply to Love, the conversation will be between who? Autobong and Love. Even if I'm standing between a group of people, I can only talk to one person at a time. But if 5 people are listening to me, the communication is between me and 5 people. So it's still 2 entities. It's still duality. It's still Gemini energy. Okay? So everything is happening in Gemini energy. It's just that the Gemini energy, the social media, the communication, the way it's going to happen is going to be rooted in emotions and feelings instead of logic. People are going to be talking from a place of feelings. People are going to be talking from a place of woundedness. Okay? So, communication from a place of what? Woundedness. Communication from a place of what? Feelings, not logic. So, and that can cause miscommunication, that can cause people to lash out. Either somebody lashes out at you, and then you see them for who they are, and then you are able to close a cycle because you now see them for who they are. Okay, and then that helps you to start a new cycle, to leave them behind and move forward. So if you are able to move forward, karmic consequences becomes a reward. You get a new boo, or you get a new job, or you start a new identity, or you start to raise your prices, and now from now on everybody is paying you the new prices, new stuff, new cycles. But it has to be triggered by an awakening and a completion of cycle in an area of life that is not satisfactory. So your home, like I said, all that crack you have been ignoring, go and fix it. If your this thing has been sparking, go and fix it, because by the time this tool will enter, it will create a bigger problem for you. Okay, so also in the country, the things we are ignoring, this bandit thing, and nobody is talking about the bandit situation anymore. It will escalate. It will escalate. If we do not fix it during this retrograde period, it's going to escalate, and we're not going to like what will happen. The things that make us feel safe, what makes you feel safe? Money, your marriage, your family, okay? Your foundation, it could also be in the church, okay? Everybody's foundation usually comes from the church or from the mosque or from whatever religion, whatever it is. So if there are certain issues there or wounds around that area, you're going to be awakened to it so that you can complete a cycle, start a new beginning, and reap the reward. If you do not do that, you're also going to reap the consequences. 5th house, radiance, joyful expression, play, courage, confidence. This is about you standing in your authenticity, speaking out and creating from a place of authenticity, having the courage to be seen, okay? Having the courage to put yourself out there. You're going to get an awakening in this area. Whatever emotional wounds are around this, maybe growing up, your family pushed you down, your family killed your light. You're going to be awakened to that so that you can fix it and become a new person, okay? Or whatever wounds is around your ability to express yourself, to be joyful. Maybe you're married, but your husband or your wife puts down whatever it is that you're trying to create, and they feel like whatever it is that you're trying to do, or whatever hobby or whatever stuff you're happy about that makes you happy is trash. You'll be awakened to that, and you'll be given the opportunity to finally put an end to that and take control of your life. If you don't do it, you're going to get karmic consequences, which can either lead to a new cycle or keep you stuck in a loop. Remember, Oroboro snake eating his what? His own tail. If you break the loop, you start a new cycle. If you don't, you're going to stay stuck in a loop, and these two niggas will help you stay there, and the suffering will be hot. Sixth house rules your routine, okay? It rules your daily life, your structure, okay? It rules your health. I forgot to write health. It rules your health, your diet, okay? Virgo energy. So how is your daily life? If you have Cancer or Gemini in this area, or what my buy and buy. Okay, so how's your daily life like? Are you putting structure in your daily life? Okay. Are you working towards who you want to be? Or are you spending your days just scrolling around, giving into addiction, watching K-drama instead of working towards your new beginning? Okay, this place will be shaking up. All right. So if you're not taking care of your health, you could suddenly get an awakening where the doctor tells you that you have been sick all along and you need to start going to the gym. Okay. You also that's they don't these people don't care. These things don't care. They don't have any feelings. They are mathematical sequences. So anything can happen. So your daily life as well. Also home, like I said, house. If you're living in the wrong house, you can suddenly find yourself moving. If you're living in the wrong city, you can suddenly find yourself having to pack and move immediately. This could happen. So like I was saying, if your routine is not healthy, something will happen that will trigger you to stop a cycle of procrastination, okay? And then to force yourself to build a structure into your routines so that you can start a new cycle. If you don't do that, you're going to get karmic consequences. Either you find yourself sick and then you have to now be forced to take care of your health, forced to now be hardworking. Okay, so reward or what consequences depends on which one you do within this retrograde. This retrograde is your final chance to do what they have been hinting at you to do all this while, to finally fix that wound, to finally fix your life, depending on wherever it is in your chart. And even though you don't know your chart, even though you don't know your chart, that awakening is going to make it so loud. Like you just know. Your body will tell you. That is what the whole moon is about. Moon rules the body. You will know. There is no how. You will just know within yourself that there is a problem in this thing and I need to fix it. And you have till July 23rd or at least August 6th to fix it. Okay? So if you do not, that is when consequences will come. Okay? But if you do, you will close a cycle and then you will start a new beginning. Seventh house, partnership. Many people are already telling me their boyfriend blocked them out of the blue. Let them go. Your partner wants to divorce. Let them go. You need to understand that there are millions of people in this world. Okay? You're not going to die if the person leaves you. So if they decide to leave you during this period, let them go. Let that nigga go. Let that girl go. They are trying to remove somebody that does not align. If you hold on to them, what is here? Consequences. You will suffer the consequences. We are always, whenever we are with our partners, we always think that we'll never find anybody like them again. Like, oh, this person, I don't think I can ever love like this again. Nah, lie. you will still find somebody better, way more looking, way more good looking, way more better looking, way richer, way kinder, way generous, way better in bed, that would surpass your ex. But if you think that nobody can top them, that is a scarcity mindset. And it will keep you stuck in a loop that you're not supposed to be in. You understand me? So, seventh house partnership, marriage contract. It could also be a business partner, or some kind of business you're in that does not align with you. So if you are somebody that is supposed to, let's say maybe you carry 4 energy, you are now doing crypto that's 4, that makes you have to work hard. Excuse me. For people, or people that have this thing in their 4th house, means that they have to, or they have Saturn in their 2nd house, they have to work hard for their money. Okay, they have to work out. They're not going to make money quickly like everybody else, but by the time they stay consistent, oh, the money that they're going to have will outlast even them. Like, they will die and their generation will still be reaping the reward of that effort. That is some people for you. So if you are doing crypto that is fast paced, and your eleda, or your isheda, or your soul does not go with that, your business will crash, your brand will crash, everything will crash. Whatever does not align with you, whether in business or in marriage, or whoever you are a friend with that does not align with you, or you are in a contract with that does not align with you, will suddenly leave you. Anybody that walks away from your life, leave them the fuck alone. Okay? It means better is coming, but if you keep holding on, your cane is here. And these are the people that will flog you. And these two, their head no correct. You kuku see that it's Aries and Scorpio with Aquarius. This, if you know any Aries person, you know that they are not Chere Cambia. They are not here to play. And if you know any Scorpio person, you know that Scorpio people, they are very intense people. You should not offend them. And Aquarius is detached. They really have feelings. So these 3, they will flog you. So let that nigga. Oh, so as an Aries, you can confirm what I'm saying. So these people will give you your cane hot. So let them go. But it means that a better person is coming. Embrace that person. If your ex comes back, okay, if your ex comes back, you have to ask yourself, are you the one that fucked up, or are they the one that fucked up? If they're the one that fucked up and they treated you like trash, then you can't go back again. Going back to them is what? An insult to yourself. It means that you are telling yourself you don't deserve better. And so if you stay in that relationship, or you go back to them, you have automatically blocked your new beginning, and you're going to suffer the consequences. Okay? Aha. So, but if you decide to stick to your self-worth, the new guy or new bae is gonna come into your life, and you get the reward of it. Simple as that. Let's move on. 8th house, shared money. This means money that other people give you. Okay? So, like, for me now, as a consultant, okay, people come to me, they give me money, and I exchange services with them. This is 8th house stuff, energy. Okay, it could also be in the form of inheritance. All right, so you could somebody, this is not going to apply to everybody, but somebody can get an information that your aunt is somewhere, die yo, and she left you house, or she left you money. It can happen. Okay, spiritual inheritance also exists. You finally unlocking your spiritual gift that could help you make money, that people can pay you money for. Okay, an awakening. You can start to become awakened to a new gift. That could happen too. Hidden occult knowledge, that could happen too. 8th house rules a lot. I just don't remember much about this 8th house. This is Scorpio energy. So, oh, sorry, he also rules sex. He rules sex and intimacy. So, whatever wounds you have around sex too, okay, it can also be fixed. All right. So if you have some emotional wounds, maybe you're sleeping with somebody. I know, speaking to people I wasn't supposed to. You know that. So you have to fix it. Otherwise, your cane is here. And these people, their head no correct though. I don't tell you. So whatever wounds you have around sexual intimacy as well, okay, too, you will need to fix that. And awakening will happen, okay, that will help you maybe be sexually liberated or whatever. Okay, I'm sorry I'm talking about it, but I have to touch on it. I don't actually have any shame around this anyway. So you could close a cycle when it comes to this, maybe sleeping with people you're not supposed to sleep with, feeling that you have to give your body, this can apply to male or female, feeling like you have to give your body in exchange for love. That is false. You could heal that and then get a new create a new cycle. Okay, maybe find somebody that drills you good or treats you right in bed. That could also happen. So that is that for that. Ninth house, travel. Okay, so those that have Cancer or Gemini here, you could travel. Okay, so travel or maybe get a scholarship to study abroad or in a university or gain more knowledge. This literally has to do with education, expansion, energy. Okay, so you could also find yourself relocating, you understand, or just being acknowledged, okay, for your academic acknowledgement. This is this area. So whatever wounds you have around that or whatever blockages, you'll be helped. Like you could get an awakening, or you can just see maybe somebody will just come to you and be like, oh, maybe I can help you, or maybe you can do this thing. Oh, there is this, Canada just opened a special this thing, maybe you should apply. Do you get? This is also in the form of awakening, okay, in the form of Gemini. Oh, maybe you should apply or something like that. You apply it for it, you get accepted, you close a cycle of stagnancy or staying in one place, and then you open a new cycle, probably abroad or something, or in a new way. Okay, then 10th house rules career, public image, reputation. This is your business. This is your who you are as a person. So whether in a workplace, this is how people see you. Okay. So also, like I said, this will be emotionally themed. All right. So if your family have been stopping you from traveling, or maybe you have family abroad or something like that, or you could get married and then it's through family that you travel, that it can happen in any way. Okay, so like I said, it's family themed, is home themed, is emotionally themed. Okay, so always look at all these ones through emotional aspects. Oh, hey, Gemini, so it could be what you say, all right, or if somebody can communicate some things to you that will help you to travel or help you to start your masters or your PhD somewhere. Okay, good. Or it is something that you write that can give you more scholarship. I don't know. So like I said, career, public image, reputation. Okay, so this is your career in the workplace. It could also be your brand, all right, like me, like as an astro-numerologist, or it could be you as maybe whatever it is that you are selling. This is the house that controls that energy. Okay, so you have this idea of doing many things. You're going to be helped to choose one or to find a way to incorporate everything into one. Like me now, I want to do astrology and numerology together. I also have interest in ancient history and also African cosmology. And guess what? I found a way to combine everything together in one. So whenever I'm coming to you from the aspect of doing research in ancient history. I mean, I took you back in history. I told you what happened when Mars and Uranus were in this. And let's not forget that Mercury going retrograde in Cancer also brings also became the catalyst for what? COVID. Okay, COVID-19, Ebola outbreak. Did you guys forget? Did you guys forget? Ebola outbreak, pipeline explosion, airplane crashes. Okay, so this one too is very, very powerful. And then we have two niggers like this in this. So things could crash. All right, this is on a global scale. So things could crash. Airplanes that rely on communication could start to fall. Okay, governments too rely on communication. So if there's miscommunication between one country and another, it could lead to what? War. If there is a new disease in town and there is a lack of communication, guess what? People are gonna die. Cyber warfare could happen. Okay, they could use AI against us. Someone could do a deep fake on AI, do a fake video that could trigger thousands of people to go and retaliate in a way that they are not supposed to. Meanwhile, it is fake, but by that time, the damage is done. It could be sudden breakthroughs in AI revolution, maybe an AI way of sending drones or AI weapon or something in the health sector. Okay, a sudden breakthrough in the health sector or something like that. We're still going to treat that later on. Okay, so moving on, like I said, any wound you have in your career, your public image, your reputation, if you have Gemini Cancer in this place, everything will die down. Please remember this. Okay, if you have Cancer or Gemini in any of these areas, you're going to feel invisible to the world in this area. Okay, if it's in the first house, nobody will see you at all until you fix the wounds around this thing. If it is here, your money is going to run away from you. Okay, until you fix it. So Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, okay, Cancer. All right, so nobody, like, your money will run away. If it is here, if you like, talk from here to tomorrow, people might not be able to hear you until you fix your wounds around this thing. All right, or your social media, your phone can start to glitch and have issues. Depends. If you have it here in your home foundation, this thing, it will be family oriented. Okay, you have to face your family, or face your background, or face your trauma. If it is here, whatever is stopping you from being out there, you want people to see you, people no go see you. They will not see you until you fix your wound around that. So if it's also here, you could get some this thing about your body or about your health, or something could happen that would force you to start to put your shit together. Here too, you will not see any new bay until you fix the one that the issues here. So whatever Cancer is, you're going to be invisible in that area. So like here now, I have Gemini also here, and that's why my visibility has been shit. That's why my visibility has been down, because it's under construction right now. So I'm not freaking out. So then we have 11th house, friends, audience, followers, network. Okay, your social life. If it is out of whack, or if you are rolling with the people that you're not supposed to roll with, they will start to ghost you or walk away from you. Okay, or you could experience new friends coming in, and these new friends are matching your energy. That's if you have done the work. You just get new friends that are matching your energy, making you happy, making you feel good about yourself. Okay, your followers can start to increase. But if you still have wounds around this, for now your visibility is going to be shit until you fix the wounds around this. If you have already, there's nothing to do here. You could start to gain followers. You could start to go viral. Okay, and then lastly, this is the most craziest part to find Cancer or Gemini, because this is the subconscious. Okay, this is Pisces energy. So anybody that has Cancer here, like me, that has a Gemini here, okay, it means that you're gonna get access to hidden secrets. Okay, I'm glad it resonates. Yes, yes, yes. You're gonna be dreaming a lot too. Okay, because I've also been getting dreams. You're gonna be dreaming, depending on your gift, you're gonna be dreaming, getting some dreams. Okay. Your own work would have to be in the spiritual realm. Okay, so you're gonna be dreaming dreams. You're gonna be getting spiritual insights. You're also gonna be healing any subconscious wounds you have. Okay, that is hidden deep, very so deep. Okay. Aha. So Gemini means communication. So whatever wounds you have around talking or speaking needs to be healed. This is something that's very so deep that you don't even remember it's there anymore. Like for instance, now I have my Lilith, my Black Moon Lilith in this place. Black Moon Lilith represents the wild aspect of us. Okay, the wild radical aspect of us. Okay, so that part of me has been repressed and buried so deep in the 12th house, in one part of my brain, my subconscious, that I have forgotten about her. And she's demanding to be let out. She's demanding to be free. Okay, so this is something that I'm still working on, but at the same time I'm also getting spiritual insight as well. So it can, anyone, whichever one it is for you, you could dream dreams, or you could start to get ideas on things that you want to do. Okay, Gemini people will get radical ideas on what to do. Okay, how to move, many things, like many ideas like will be swimming in your head. So you have to eat whichever one, it can vary for you. Okay, so that is how it can manifest for everybody. Okay, so I hope you guys found this very insightful. All right, if you have any questions, ask me before I now talk about the um or what we can expect on a global scale, and then wrap it up. Okay, I'm glad you found it insightful. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we're going to talk about, you're welcome. We're going to talk about the, on a global scale, what to expect. And like I said, Mars and Uranus in Gemini, that could be AI or information explosion. Okay, because Mars and Uranus together bring a potent burn it down kind of energy. And in Gemini, that might involve heated words, bold or even potentially destructive thoughts, or sudden and unexpected disclosures of information. Like I said, it shock you energy is going to be happening, all right, to everyone. We ourselves, we can wake up and find out something happened out of nowhere. Okay, so it shock you energy is very, very real. Okay, so in this AI age, the way Mars can weaponize AI, it could be that a massive AI generated disinformation could happen that will go viral and cause real world consequences. It could mean a sudden breakthrough in AI that shocks everyone. Okay, something that people did not think AI could do, but eventually we now find out that AI is doing it. Okay, it could also mean a catastrophic AI security breach that would lead to many people's accounts being hacked. Okay, especially crypto people, Binance people, they can wake up all of a sudden and realize, because I mean, if you have money in your crypto, it's also a form of what, safety, is a form of what, foundation, is a form of what, emotional stability, because you have your money there. You can wake up now and realize that your account has been hacked, all your money has been drained. A new, I mean, it go shock you, abi, no go shock you. Shocking is not. I don't know why I like saying that. Oh my God. You can wake up one, all of a sudden and be like, wait, really? AI can do that? AI can hack accounts? Will it not shock you? It would. Then deep fake, like I said, used in political or military context for the first time in a big way. That could happen too. Then July 4, USA is going to turn 250 years old. And in numerology, 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is the number of isolation and introspection. So something is going to happen to the US of A that will force them to go inward, that will force them to go into isolation, that will humble them. Okay, and that could disrupt, dollar is like the top currency, so that could disrupt a whole lot of things, because many people are saying it's time for America to get a reckoning. Y'all don't even understand the graffiti of America getting a reckoning. You people don't know what it means. Everybody that spends money to travel to America now, it will be like as if they went there to go and suffer with the rest of the people. Okay, dollar might crash, and if dollar crashes, it's going to what, affect everybody. People that are earning in dollar in Nigeria, that they are still using it to manage their life, they're going to crash all the way down. Okay, people that are using TikTok, they are going live on TikTok, is it not in dollar that they pay you? If it crash, wetin you wan talk? So it affects everybody. So and the exact conjunction, okay, of Mars and Uranus, it also coincides with the July 4th this thing. Oh, it's even happening in stocks. Exactly, stocks will crash. So this transit is particularly notable because it is the beginning of both the Mars and Uranus return for United States. You know that Saturn return. Mars and Uranus too is returning with what? Karmic consequences for the United States. Okay? And the country falls in their 7th house. 7th house of what? Partnership and contracts. So that's where it's going to fire. And the 7th house too represents open enemies. I even forgot about that too. So if you have Cancer, Gemini in your 7th house, it could also mean you getting a rival, somebody that wants to rival with you in your business or your workplace or your marriage. Okay, someone that wants to compete with you. They will be exposed. You will see them for who they are. Rate has been dropping care. Let me go and change the remaining money I have. God, I beg you. God, I beg thee. So moving on. So this conjunction lands exactly on America's birthday, and it's Mars Uranus natal degree. So history shows that this has coincided with the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, the World War II, and the fact that it falls on the 4th of July means that it is either the universe's greatest coincidence or its most dramatic warning shot. America could fall. Then another way that we could expect this shit to go down is area or tech warfare goes to a new level. Okay? Just like the first aerial bomb dropped in 1911, okay, and the atomic bomb dropped in 1945, okay, it could be expecting drone warfare escalating dramatically, cyber attacks on critical infrastructure like power grids, communications, financial systems, okay? Space-based weapons could happen, okay? They could start to put weapons in space, becoming an AI-guided military decisions made faster, all right? You know, I told you that the amount of damage done heavily relies on how fast information can spread. And in the day of AI, information is running at the speed of light. Then, communications infrastructure disruption. Gemini rules cables, wires, networks, and communication systems. So, Mars and Uranus can lead to sudden explosive disruptions. So, think about undersea internet cable being cut or network cable being cut. If you don't get network, satellite disruptions, social media blackout, or sudden government censorship of internet in multiple nations simultaneously. Tinubu can wake up the next day and decide no more TikTok in this country. Okay, y'all talk too much. No more X. Shebi is X you people are using to rally around and insult me, abi? Okay, you know he banned it one time like that we're using VPN to talk. If he decides to wake up and say no more TikTok, no more X, no more social media, wetin we wan do? What are we going to do? Do you understand me? So let's all be very, very at alert. Those people, those astrologers that are promising you that you will earn money, you'll become a billionaire and this, they might be partially right, but they're not considering all these aspects as well. Okay? So then also political upheaval that comes out of nowhere. The conjunction of Mars and Uranus can bring unexpected and disruptive changes. Okay? So these sudden shifts can be challenging to navigate, requiring adaptability and resilience. Governments could fall. You could get sudden shocks in election. You know, election has to do with what? Gemini, Mars and Uranus. So if America falls, if Nigeria has some kind of partnership with America and their 7th house gets what? Oraimo cord from Mars and Uranus, you see say plan don scatter. Okay? The help that they were relying on, they will not get it again. And it could affect Nigeria on a massive scale. So election shocks. Maybe you think Tinubu will win and then Tinubu does not win, it's somebody else that enters. Or you think that Tinubu will not win and then at the end of the day he wins. Wetin you wan do? Sudden resignation. Top people will suddenly resignate from their office. You could wake up and realize that Tinubu has suddenly resignated. Is God not going to be good? That's going to sit you. But then again, I don't know who wants to enter. Whether the devil that I know is better than the devil that I don't know. Like sudden as just unexpected. Let me drink water, guys. I was drink. Unexpected events could happen. Okay? Why did you reject it? So we could wake up now and see that Tinubu has resigned. Do you get? That would be amazing. But then, do we know who wants to take over? That's another thing. So, sudden resignations, sudden revelations, whether personally or globally, leaders saying something explosive on social media, because that's a Gemini energy, okay, that triggers real world consequences, which is very mass Uranus energy. So the speed of social media means that what used to take weeks to escalate will now take hours to escalate. Okay, one president can say to another president, fuck you, and before you know it, they are bombing Abuja, or before you know it, they are bombing Ghana or South Africa. So, like, I'm telling you, Mars Uranus, things can escalate real fast. And this Mercury going retrograde is trying to put a damp on it and give us at least 1 month for us to check ourselves before we tear each other apart come August, because everything will start to move fast. So other things that could happen could be that a shocking scientific breakthrough could happen. I mean, Uranus is the planet of invention, breaking through limitations and revolutionary action. So in Gemini, this may correlate with progress, new directions, or new inventions in communication, education, travel, science, commerce, or at the same time, disruption in communication, education, travel, science, or commerce. Okay, education system could go down or it could go up. Travel could go down or go up. Airplanes could crash or be okay, or maybe there is a new type of travel that is happening. Okay, so something we don't see coming is going to happen. It could be a quantum computing breakthrough. It could be a new energy discovery. It could be a new AI system that genuinely does something that nobody ever thought. Okay, so that's that for what I feel like could happen. And we on a personal level, our minds will not be able to slow down, because I mean, Gemini is information. So your mind will be racing, but at the same time, you're gonna be pulled back from taking action. All right. But many people could also become reckless. This could lead to recklessness, accidents, conflict. Okay. So whatever ideas you get that 28th, tomorrow, your brain will be charged like mad. Whatever ideas you get, do not launch it yet. Do not launch it yet. Write it down. Okay? Write everything down until after the retrograde before launching anything. All right? Then your words are your weapons. Watch what you say. Watch what you say, because what you say can come back to bite you in the ass. The combination of impulsive Gemini energy with your wounded Cancer emotions can make you say something you can never take back, or make someone say something to you that will hit your deepest insecurity. Okay? Better them doing that shit than you doing it and regretting it for so long. All right? Then, family, like I said, family can call to you. You could eventually start to experience issues with family, or maybe family is reaching out or something like that. Okay? A sudden move you did not plan for, a sudden relocation could happen. A family member dropping a bombshell out of nowhere could happen. Discovering something about your house, whether maybe there is a crack somewhere and that crack is about to collapse the house. You don't know. It could happen, God forbid. But something about your house could happen, or something about your home, like your family, could happen that will change everything. Childhood wounds, launching after retrograde. Yes, after retrograde ends in August 6th. Okay? So don't launch anything you launch during retrograde. I promise you, you will regret it later. I promise you. Anything. So just be patient. Better to be patient. So childhood wounds you thought you were healed could come back with full force. Okay? So do not take any major real estate decisions during this period. All right? Do not do that. All right, don't relocate, don't move into any house unless something forces you to. All right, if you suddenly feel the need to move or something come out of nowhere and helps you to move, that's different from you house hunting during this period. And if you must do that, make sure you double check and triple check all documents, and make sure you inspect the house very well before you enter inside. Don't buy a house, don't sign any rent yet, don't make any major home decision or renovation. Okay, exactly. Then that leads to number 2 for personal people. Family communication will become a battlefield. All right, so like I said, these two brothers are now in. It's not like any retrograde like before. So expect old feelings and past conversations to surface within the family or within your marriage. Okay? And it's carrying the karmic consequence of 8. So expect impulsive speech, sudden revelations, explosive arguments. The things that your family has been lying about for years or for decades could come up. Okay, like there was a time there was somebody that I heard that somebody they thought that their mother was their mother, but at the end of the day their mother was not their mother. Okay, their mother, the real person's parent, died when they were a baby. All right, and this person that they thought was their mother took them and adopted them. But the thing is that the inheritance that the real person's mother left behind, they hid it from the real person, and they did not let the real person know, and they've been cashing out. They rented the house out, they've been cashing out from it, and they did not let the person know. So I know this why this person thought this is their person's mother, like this is my mom, not knowing that their mom had already died a long time ago, and they just took over the person's inheritance. So anything like that can happen. All right, something that your family has been lying about for years will just come up. Then things that were never said will start to come out during this period, okay, whether you are ready or not. Family secrets, okay. Cancer is the sign of the past and the ancestral vault. So Mars will force the door open, and Uranus will make sure it cannot be closed again. Then words used as weapons, things said in the heat of the moment will not be able to be taken back. Emotional depth, okay. Who owes love, apology, acknowledge, support, all these things will come to the surface. All right. Then ancestral and past life karmic contracts will be broken. So if you have soul ties with somebody, or somebody is your twin flame or your karmic flame, okay, meaning that from a past life, you both have a contract together that when you come back again in this life, you have to face that person and decide to say no to them and move forward. Okay, so whatever contract you have together, like they could also be your soulmate, but because their head no correct, they decided to treat you like trash. So the moment they do that, the contract between you and that person is automatically broken. Okay, so it means you don't owe them anymore, you're not linked to them, so they will come back to you one last time for you to say no, and that's what's going to trigger the completion, that like part 9 energy. Okay, before your new original soulmate, which is a new contract, will come in. So this is where it gets truly profound. Okay, this karmic tie will change very suddenly when Uranus goes to Gemini, all right? And you'll be liberated from a soul contract made between lifetimes with somebody that has been hurting you. The person could be your family or the person could be your lover, okay? Soul contracts made between lifetimes will be broken, all right? Uranus energy will be blasting from Gemini, all right? And it's not just disrupting your current family dynamics, it's also severing permanently karmic ties that go back centuries. So things that have been playing out in your family line across multiple lives. It could also be generational cycles, generational curses, generational drama. Okay, it's going to be broken with this energy. So it's going to be cut, it's going to be completed. This is why it's going to be very intense for everybody. Okay, so be very, just hold on. All right, if you have karma from your past life in another country, okay, it's also going to be solved. All right, so karmic consequences is not just personal, it's also national, on a national level as well. So if some countries have some karmic consequences, they will have this retrograde will either help them pay that debt or suffer for it for a very long time. Debt is going to be collected. Karma is coming to collect from everybody. Karma is coming to collect from everybody. So this retrograde is giving you your final chance to do shit right. If you're supposed to ask for forgiveness, go and ask for forgiveness. If you're supposed to say no to somebody, say no and close that cycle forever. Otherwise, by the time karma come and meet you, better meet you in a good place. Oh, otherwise you go collect. So at the most intimate and at the most global level, all right. So all these presidents, all this government, everybody that was given power that did not do it right, everybody go chop. Everybody go chop. Then your nervous system will take a hit. Okay, Cancer rules the stomach, the chest, and the nervous system emotional core. And Gemini also rules your wiring signal. Okay, your brain. All right. And what is happening with Mars and Uranus in Gemini is going to make everything hit you in the gut and in the heart and in the head. So if you're having headache, you feel destabilized, it's because you're feeling this energy, okay? So you might feel your anxiety going up, you might feel stomach issues, your heart palpitating, not sleeping well, emotional eating, crying unexpectedly. These are not weaknesses. These are your body literally processing the karmic voltage of this sky. Your nervous system is being rewired. Give yourself grace. It could also mean that your home will be demolished and rebuilt. Okay? And home can be family. It can even be a literal home. Like I said, relocation. All right? So it could be your roots, your foundation. You could find a new religion or leave your old religion, or your beliefs will change. All right? Your thoughts, the way you see yourself could change. Secrets buried in your family vault will be exploding out. Nothing will be hidden because, hello, sun is also in Cancer, and whatever is under the sun cannot be hidden. Secrets will definitely come out. People will be exposed. DNA testing revealing whose person's child is whose person's child. Okay? Social media exposing family members. AI tools discovering or generating information about your personal or ancestral history. Old messages and communications resurfacing like texts, emails, letters that were never meant to be seen. Generational trauma patterns. All these things could happen. Okay? Whether maybe you go to therapy or you're by yourself or this thing. Then inheritance, property and family money can become contested. Okay? So I think I'll make a private video again for TikTok, but that will be tomorrow because right now I think I'm done. Just whatever it is, that whatever comes out, just at least you have an idea of what to expect. Yeah. So that is that for today. I hope I was able to break everything down. So these niggas are here for the reckoning. Okay, they are here to collect from everybody. So this, from now till August 6th, we are given the chance to do right, do the best we need to do, so that by the time these two beasts are let loose, we are on the right side and we will just accelerate while others will have to face their consequences. So that brings us to the end of this live. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys for sticking through. You guys are amazing. You're the best. I love you so much. Thank you. And I'm noting every of your names, okay? I'm noting your names. Don't worry. As everybody that has been consistent and showing up, I will just suddenly surprise you. You said my guest is shock you energy from me. I'll just only surprise you. So just keep staying consistent. I'm not saying anything for now, but I'm keeping tabs on those that are staying consistent with me. Okay, I'm keeping tabs on you guys, and I'll just suddenly just, I might come online. I'll just say, oh, you send me a message. I have something for you, and that's it. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm about to end the live. Okay, so good night, and tomorrow is what? Mars and Uranus. Please watch your energy, or watch what you say. Oh, hey, tomorrow is gonna be haywire. Okay, fast before Mercury will now go retrograde. Hey, so please watch yourself and take care of yourself. Love you. Bye.